Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are feeling good, feeling safe at your homes, and enjoying your Google Classrooms. Okay, today the topic which we are going to cover is dividing a decimal by a decimal. Dear students, in today's topic, we will be converting decimals into fractions and then we will be solving it. So let's begin with our topic. Before we start our topic formally, dear students, these are golden points to remember. Number one, let's simplify the fraction to the simplest form. Okay, and if it is divided once, you can further see that further it can be simplified or not. So do simplify it to the simplest form. Then see that if the resulting fraction is a proper fraction, so it cannot be changed to the mixed fraction, so it's perfectly fine there. But if the resulting fraction is an improper fraction, means the numerator is larger than the denominator, so you have to convert it into mixed fraction. And how would you do that? Yes, I know you know it. You will divide it. So we will be doing it in our lesson today. Okay, dear students, for the division of the fraction, we have learned that this is the division of the decimals. We will be using the concept of division of the fraction, which we have done in our earlier assignments. Okay, so the step number one is that we will convert the decimal into fraction, and after converting them into the fraction, we will multiply with the reciprocals as we just did in our dividing fraction. And then we will simplify it to the simplest form where it is required. So example number one is 0.4 is divided by 0.2, or this can be written as like this, 0.4 divided by 0.2. Step number one, we will convert this in decimals into fractions. So 0.4 can be written as 4/10 and 0.2 can be written as 2/10. And we will put the sign divided by here. As we have done this thing in our dividing fraction, that for solving the sum for dividing fraction, we will convert this sign into multiplication, and this fraction will be reciprocated, means it will be flipped. So let's see how we will do it. 4/10 will remain the same, and so we will write it like this. So it's the answer over here is that 0.4 divided by 0.2 is 2. Let's do another example. We will be following the same steps, that we will be converting the decimal into fraction, multiply with the reciprocals, and then simplify to the simplest form. Over here, the question is 0.2 is divided by 0.8, or this can be written like this. We will put the number over 10 like this, divided by 8/10. Again, divided by sign is converted into multiplication, and 8/10 fraction will be reciprocated like this. Now, looking at it, we will simplify this by cancelling these tens like this. Good. And now this can be further simplified, that 2 and 8, they are coming in the table of 2, so they can be simplified. So we can say this thing, that 0.2 divided by 0.8 can be written as 1/4. Since it's a proper fraction, so we need not to convert it. Let's jump to the example number 3. Over here, the example is 0.66 divided by 0.21. This can be written in the form of fraction like this. So we will put the number over 100 to make it a fraction, and divided by sign is used here. Now what we will be doing? Yes, we will be converting this divided sign into multiplication and then reciprocating this fraction. So it will be 600 multiplied by 121st. and looking at it, we will simply cancelling the hundreds with each other. Okay, so we left with 6621. So we can simplify to the simplest form. We will use the table of 3. And we are having 22/7. Since this is an improper fraction, so we will convert it into mixed fraction. For that, we will be doing the division in our working space. And 7 times 3 is 21, and we left with 1. So in the form of whole number, in the form of mixed number, we will write it as 3 whole 1/7. So 0.66 divided by 0.21 is equal to 3 whole 1/7. So dear students, do not forget to convert the improper fraction into a mixed number. Now it is simplified to the simplest form. Okay, now coming to another example, what is 0.51 divided by 0.93? Again, we will follow the same steps. We will convert the decimal into the fraction by putting the number over 100. So we can write it like this. 0.51 was written like this, 5100, and 0.93 is written as 9300. And this divided by sign is placed here. Now remember what we have to do. Yes, we will be converting this division sign into multiplication and flipping this fraction. And then, very good, we will be cancelling these zeros with each other. So we left with 51/93, which can be simplified using the table of 3. And we are getting 17/31. This is the simplest form because we cannot further simplify it. Now another example. 0.25 divided by 0.5. So we will be converting the number into fraction, putting the number over 100 and putting the division sign. Converting it into multiplication and flipping this fraction, we are getting this. And now we will be cancelling the zeros here. This 10 will be cancelled, this 0 will be cancelled with the 1, 0 of 100. And again this 5 on the 5, and 5 5s are 25. And we are having 5/10. This can be further simplified and we are getting 1/2. So it means that 0.25 divided by 0.5 can be written as 1/2. So I hope you have, and that further can be written as 0.5. Now, dear students, this is your written task. You have to solve it and turn it in to your Google assignment, and I'm waiting for your assignments. Happy learning!